Well, waiting on trains. It looked like somebody got pulled over right in front of me.
Yeah, we could go gather up all the empties and bring them up and make a flip on them up there today. We'll cut the refrigerators off back around the bridge somewhere.
Hey folks, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. I was going to start out down in Lindenwold today, but things just didn't work out the best. And then Buckeye Freight Rail and told me where he was. He was up in New Miami at the Hamilton Waterworks plant up there, the driveway there. So I decided I was going to start heading up there to meet him. Well, before I did, I stopped and got Norfolk Southern 263 getting on the Newcastle District track south of Hamilton and headed that way. It was a monster, and the next thing I know, I caught an empty coal train coming north, E700, going back to Pennsylvania. That was a big train too up front, and it had a DPU in the mid-train too, and there's weird people damaging the fence because they were up to no good. And you could definitely tell I've been around the block enough to know that they were up to no good. And catching a train after that, I-141, and unexpectedly catching that Norfolk Southern train with those Federal Railroad Administration safety cars, those inspection cars. I've never seen that on a Norfolk Southern train before. I have on CSX, but never on Norfolk Southern. And I went up 7 Mile, we checked out the Frog, we talked about the Frog, we talked about 143 from yesterday, and now I'm back down here at 7 Mile where it's a little more safer for me, checking out the signals. They're all red. That doesn't mean nothing. That just means there could be a train coming westbound. And once it gets here, I'm going to get the video rolling, so stay tuned. All right, everyone. Good morning from Hamilton. Decided to come up here today. Hopefully, got some good trains before the rain really hits. Love that old bell. Look at that. We'll talk about all this old stuff here in a minute. 263, caught this guy yesterday up in Somerville. This is a daily train coming from Chicago to Cincinnati. Stay out of the shot. The train is moving. Cool. There they go. They're going around the bend. They're passing over gets Maple Street. Yeah. I'm not going to stay in this location. I'm going to be moving about today. So as we were talking the other day about the old Wayne Yard, this yard, I'm not sure, it was a yard at one time. I'm not sure who used it, who utilized it. I don't know why I'm brain farting on that, but if you look around on the video, there's some rail right in front of me. And then to the left of my truck, there's actually some rail. Where all that stuff on the left side of the screen is piled, it's sitting on top of rail, on top of old tracks. So you got railroad ties, you got crossing, whatever they call those things, panels, rails, tie plates. Got some of the rubber gaskets laying around for crossings. I believe every once in a while they'll still use these old spurs for maintenance away equipment. I think one container is on this guy today, unless he's on some of the back, but I don't see any of them. That's a flange greaser over there, that thing with a solar panel sticking up. That's a solar powered flange greaser. It greases where the wheels connect with the rail, so when they go around these bends and turns, they don't squeal and wear on the rail as much. Trying to make my way up to Buckeye Freight Railing, who's up in New Miami right now. So I'm trying to make my way up there, and I think after this train, that is where I may head. I might go up to 7 Mile, see what it, stop at West 7 Mile, pull off right there, see what kind of work they did to the Frog, because they said they were doing a West 7 Mile, and that's where train 143 was as well, with the broken spring. So we'll head up that direction maybe, and we'll see what we can get into here. Make this a quick day. Hopefully 3 or 4 trains, knock her out of the park. I had a late night last night, so I didn't get to the 7 Mile Somerville video till this morning, and I got it around 9 o'clock. So it's out there for y'all to see. But heck, by the time I release this video, it'll be tomorrow, so you probably already watched it. It's crazy how long 263/262 is with just one locomotive, but like I've been told before, these intermodal containers, depending on what they're carrying, can be quite light. So I wonder what they're carrying in here to make it quite light, where it only need one locomotive. You know what? I take that back. He's got a mid-train DPU. Boy, you hear that squeaking, you think maybe the flange greaser's out of grease. Well, 263 looks to be 2-in-1 today. All right, DPU coming through. There's your 1 containers. The Pepto-Bismol Express was on the back end, along with some Evergreen containers. Look at that. Man, the DPU's working hard. I can still hear it. Well, once the locomotive gets through, the lead locomotive gets through all the bends, they can pick up speed. So they're going to start picking up speed here. You can hear the DPU. Man, this is a gigantic 263. There's a little chilly out here with the wind blowing. You can still see him coming around the bend. I'm switching hands because my fingers are a little cold. It's a little chilly out here. I don't need my hand warmers, but instead it's just a little breezy. The temperatures are going to warm up to 40 degrees. Then it's going to start raining and melt some of this snow off of here. I'm the type of person, we get the first snowfall, first couple big snowfalls of the year. I really, really like them. Look at that. What does that say? Cool. Really good artwork. Okay, as I was saying, so our first big snowfall, or a big snowfall of the year, was last month in January. Obviously, that big storm had dumped over a foot of snow for us and took weeks for it to melt off. I enjoyed that. I liked that. And then it melted, and I was glad to see it go. And well, now it has snowed again. Some spots it was 2 inches, some spots it was 1, some spots it was a dusting. But it's now at that time I'm like, I don't want this. It's no fun. But didn't really cause much damage. Icy issues on the road, so there's that. Just kind of annoying. Not very many auto racks today. Only 4. Only 4 auto racks today. And they are empty, just nothing in them. Every once in a while there are cars in them. Well, there they go, folks. Took over 10 minutes for that train to get through here. Anyways, you can see where all the old tracks were. There was at least 2 there, and there's one that's still there. And you can tell there was one that was there right where I'm standing, but you can't see the remnants here, but in the roadway you can. There's that one right here. You can see the one rail of, and the rest of it, the rail is like buried underneath here. And then you have this track, which is a really wide gauge. So I don't know how old that is. I wish I could see a date on it, but it's buried so far. And there's probably more rail inside this fence line, inside this business, which used to be an old freight depot. Anyways, I'm going to try to make my way to Buckeye Freight Railing, who is in New Miami, unless he has moved. I'll find out, but I'm going to go meet up with him. All right, everybody, stay tuned for me. All right, everybody, as you can see, those gates just clicked on. I have moved over to New Miami at the Hamilton Waterworks facility. This is New Miami. If you look, it has a New Miami address, but it belongs to Hamilton. Now, those gates are going off for a northbound train. This train, E700, empty coal train. As you can see here, I got my scanner, because we are right by the defect detector. That bungalow isn't the defect detector, that's the junction box, but defect detector is beyond it, and we will listen to it go off. Hit the defect detector. defect detector's been activated. Lets the crew know that it's working. And what it's doing is counting all the axles, making sure there's no drag equipment or a hot wheel or anything like that. And once it passes, it'll let the crew know what it is. Empty coal train here, E700. Going back to Pennsylvania to get more coal. Probably from its counterpart that went south earlier that I missed, was C700. I don't know that for sure, but could have been. Rain's starting to come down, a little drizzle. I can see it in front of me. He is picking up speed too. And as you can see, to the right of the screen there, guess who that is? That's Buckeye Freight Railing. I told you I was going to meet up with him. DPU coming through, man. Sorry I missed that DPU. There was a lady walking behind the Buckeye Freight Railing, and I just wanted to make sure she wasn't gonna do anything silly. But that train's past defect detector. Defect detector will go off any moment here. Let's wait for that to happen.
CSX equipment defect detector. Milepost 27.7. Track 1. No defects. No defects. Total axle 518. End of transmission.
Now the crew should acknowledge the defect detector. No, maybe not. Oh well. Thanks for watching, folks. Stay tuned. We're gonna go more trains, no matter where it is. So, as Buckeye Freight Railing and I were filming E700 come through, this car slowly comes up 127 here and turns in the driveway. A lady gets out, walks with Ernst to Buckeye Freight Railing, asked him for a ride about their car being dead, but it didn't look dead to me at all, so it seemed kind of fishy. And he told him no, of course. I'm back to the car. The driver was a male, and as he was turning around to back out, he ran into the fence. So, silliness. Absolute silliness. All right, folks, stay tuned. You can get more trains. All right, folks. Here is... I-141. God dang it, I can't get my... There we go. Oh. That second junction box right there, the antenna, is the defect detector box. So, there we go. I-141. I thought I heard another horn. Those are brand new containers. Those Merce containers right there. Those are nice and new. Gotta slow down going into Hamilton. He's probably going to take the curve to the Newcastle district. Looks like he's a pretty long one today. All right, let's listen in for the defect detector.
CSX equipment defect detector, milepost 27.7, track 2, no defects. No defects. Total axle 288. End of transmission.
Seemed kind of shorter than that. 288.
That didn't sound right.
No, not at all. So, all right. Let's see what else we can get to do. All right, everybody, I just was able to catch this train at Fear Not Mills Road and West Elkton Road. They have a crossing. We got a Norfolk Southern train coming. Look at that. That was it. That was very unexpected. Well, that was cool. That was pretty cool. I was headed up to 7 Mile and West 7 Mile to check on things from yesterday. So let's continue up that way. All right, folks, I've moved up. You see that sign there. Let's zoom in on it a little bit. West 7 Mile. So that is where the switch begins. And the switch actually begins right here where this mechanism is. And this mechanism is an automatic. It's not a manual switch. It is electronic. It's controlled by dispatch and the dispatch center. But the Frog, I don't want to get too back there because this is their property. The Frog is right there in the middle of those two tracks. You can see where it comes together. They were working on that yesterday. That's apparently what caused that issue with the broken spring on that 143 on the car on train 143. So I've moved up here today. I've moved up here for right now because I want to try to catch a train. Right here, I might go back down in A-Town. This is a kind of tricky place, but I'm going to walk across the highway here when I get an opening, and I'm going to check them signals and see what's going on with them. All right, folks, stay tuned for me. This is a nice little area, but it's kind of rainy today, so kind of sucks out right now. But you deal. Stay tuned. All right, folks, the gate's going down at Ritter Road. We got a train westbound, headed up the line here. No matter what this is, this will be the final train of the day for me. I'll be headed out and headed home after this. Looks like 262. Caught 263, why not catch 262? Pepto-Bismol Express. Couple evergreen containers that I can see. There's one. Bunch of stuff in there. There's another. Yeah, they're not going too fast. DPU coming through. Wow. I was working hard. Yep. Got a lot of snow on these cars and containers because they've been sitting down there at Guest Street, their pig yard, waiting for them to get loaded. Got some snow on them. Both 262 and 263. Monstrous today. And this is a big train. Oxygen bottles on that one, on that container, it looked like. Well, man, this is a long train. There, we're going to see the end of this one. Super quiet, I'll tell you that much. Now I see the end of it. Pink well car. Says on track for a cure. Oh well, folks. That's it for me today. I am done. I am out of here. I appreciate you guys joining me. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. We'll see you later. All right, everybody. I want to thank you for joining me today. Started out in Hamilton. We finished in 7 Mile. It was a pretty good day. But the rain has started and there's a dense fog advisory out that might make driving a little tough. So I'm fine. I trust my driving skills to be superb. But other people you just can't trust as a driver. You just have to do your best to make sure that you're safe. Anyways, that's why we got headlights and brakes and all that stuff. And always wear your seatbelt. But anyways, like I said, that's it for me. We had some good trains. Showed you a few things too that weren't about trains but involved the trains as well, like what happened in West 7 Mile yesterday. But with that, I'm out of here. I'm headed home. So like, comment, subscribe, share if you haven't done so already. Hit that little alert button. You'll get the notifications for when I post. And if you have more time, please watch another video, because every video you watch really helps my channel, helps the channel grow. And man, it's growing pretty good, folks. Can't ask for better fans. So all right, my friends, I am out of here. So until we meet again, out there on the rails, man, have a good day.